Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
What's going on YouTube? It's Filthy and we're back with another video. Today we're looking at how much loot are we going to get out of 10 ancient puzzle rings. Now don't freak out, this was filmed a little while ago. I haven't got 10 ancient puzzle rings this season. My god, would I love to have them. You get so many mats, so many resources, but we're just going to show you the character at the moment. So we started with 31.6k reusable parts, they're the white ones. Arcane Dust in blue, 43.4k. Veiled Crystals are 30.9k. And then we've got 15.4k almost DBs. And then just over 23,500 Forgotten Souls. So obviously the first three are the crafting mats. We use those for rerolls, upgrades, reforges, all that kind of stuff. DBs are mainly used for upgrades, again for rerolls. Forgotten Souls, pretty much their main purpose is reforging in the cube for rerolling those legendaries. Now, we're playing a Legacy of Dreams Necromancer. It's obviously off-season character, so the gear is probably fairly nice. We start with 12.2 billion gold, so it's going to be interesting to see how much we get after we pop all 10 rings, because we have got an eye-watering 44,500 gold find. So pretty much, if there is a secondary slot that can roll gold find on this build, we have taken it. For the follower, I was just being lazy. I didn't have a chest place. I probably should have put in a gold skin. But we've got the sages for the double DBs. We've got the broken crown for the extra gems, both of which are absolutely incredible for Greed's Realm. And yeah, we're going to go through all 10 rings, and I'll fast forward the footage. We'll talk through the first one possibly, or some of it. And then we'll do a super fast forward. It was over 2 sessions. Unfortunately, I couldn't do it all at once because I had family commitments. But yeah, when you jump into an ancient ring, obviously it's different to a normal one. You get all these goblins, like absolutely huge amounts, and you pretty much just here to collect an absolute shit ton of materials. If you've got one of these rings, I would always try and share them with people. You know, it's good practice. You know, our clan share them with each other. Now here we've got a blue jelly goblin. Obviously they're the best. They explode into tons of loot because they all kind of break off into little goblins. If you can lag the game out, then so much the better. A few hardcore players will probably take a death when you pop one. That's just how it is. Now again, if you're low on gems, then obviously the gem goblin is pretty good. But yeah, it's a fairly consistent thing, but I thought we'd do 10 rings, and then we can get a bit of an average per puzzle ring. So I'll put all the figures up again at the end to show how much gold we got, all the mats, the DBs, that kind of stuff. And then we can kind of work out a little bit of an average, I guess, just to say how much, you know, an ancient puzzle ring on average is worth. Now, I'm not picking the legendaries up because it was PTR. PTR has an increased drop rate, so you do get more legendaries. It doesn't have increased gold find, so there's nothing going to be affected. Now, I think we do get a couple of primals, so I do pick them up, so maybe we'll have a look at them. But with it being PTR, we can't keep them anyway, so, you know, more fool me for getting excited. But yeah, one thing to bear in mind with the puzzle rings is there's no added benefit for a primal one, which is a real miss, I think, from Blizzard. Hopefully one day they do add that, so maybe we could get a guaranteed primal or a couple of primals or something like that at the end of it, because at the moment it doesn't make any difference. Same for cowsticks, actually. It would be kind of nice if the cowstick level, if there was like an ancient variant of that, that would be pretty good as well. Now, people in the community tend to do the ancient ones rather than the non-ancient because it's an efficient use of time, because obviously as well as the gold, you do get lots and lots of stuff. Now, I'm personally finding gold is normally my bottleneck in a season, so I've actually done a few non-ancient ones so far this season. I might carry that practice on, so maybe that's cause for a future video. But other than that, as I say, try and do them in groups of 4. You'll be very popular in Diablo if you start offering ancient puzzle rings. Obviously, fingers crossed, you do find some. They do pop out from time to time if you keep grinding, but obviously it's a 1 in 10 chance every time you get a puzzle ring that it's going to be ancient. So it's not everyone. So looks like we're pretty much at Greed's Realm. So I will roll the rest of the footage now with us basically crunching through the other 9 rings, and then we'll basically come back and we'll have a little look-see at what we've got. So yeah, see you in a minute. So here we are, guys. We're just about getting to the end of the 10th ring. Just a couple of thoughts popped to me whilst I was watching this back. I'm pretty sure I got all of the pots and stuff, but it is always possible that I missed something. I mean, that's going to happen from time to time, so I guess maybe that has to be factored in. The other thing is that we possibly could have squeezed a little bit more gold find. I'm not entirely sure what the max is in the game, but there are certain things that do roll with secondary gold find in important slots. So maybe we could have got a little bit more, but honestly, unless you're going to build yourself a complete gold build, then 44.5k is pretty high. My current seasonal character, which is only 2 or 3 days old, has got about 30k, and obviously that's something that I'm working on. That's not Legacy Dreams either, which obviously does make it harder. One thing as well is obviously you can find Bloodshard goblins in these puzzle ring rifts, and they obviously will give shards. The shards were completely empty when we started, so we have obviously filled our shard counter up. Again, you might want to teleport back to do some extra shards, but I just couldn't be bothered because it didn't really seem like a terribly huge amount. Also, obviously, the inventory was completely empty when we started. 4 gems, so that's where we've kept all of those. So, yeah, this is pretty much the end go. But yeah, we probably did miss 1 or 2 pots along the way. But as I say, shit happens, and I'm only casual, and I'm a dozy guess if you've ever stopped by the stream. So let's kill greed, and then let's have a look through the goodies, and we'll run up the final numbers. So, looking at this, we've got 2 Primals, which were a Nemesis Braces and a Stone Gauntlets, which is pretty good. The gold, we are now at 22.6 billion. We did actually start at about 12 billion, so we've got 10.4 billion, so just over 1 billion gold per go. In terms of the reusable parts, we've increased by about 330, so about 33 per run. Arcane Dust, we've increased by 60. By just under 600, so that's about 60 per run. The Veiled Crystals, we've gone up about 900, so again, about 90 per run. So it's in roughly a ratio of 1, 2 to 3 in terms of reusable parts, Arcane Dust and Veiled Crystals. Now, in terms of DBs, we've now got 17.7 thousand. We started with 15.4, so we've got a huge 2.4k, or about 240, 250 per run, which is obviously pretty nice. Now, we've obviously collected up quite a lot of gems as well, but I think we're just gonna have a look at these. We're gonna have a look at these primals just for a laugh, because you never know. Yeah, so they would have been quite nice. Poison percent. The Stone Gauntlets were crap, so we're not too worried about them. Now, in terms of gems, obviously, as we said, the inventory was totally open. Tallying all of these up, we've got just under 1,400 Imperial gems and about 850 Marquee gems. And when you add both of those 2 things together, that is enough gems to do 2 augments, and that is obviously on average per run. So that is pretty good. So if you do one of these runs, you'll have enough gems to do a couple of augments, which obviously is pretty good. So yeah, average of about 140 Imperial and about 85 Marquee per go, which is not too bad, all things considered. Now, that will obviously be consistent because of the Broken Crown. Gold will obviously fluctuate, but the DBs will be the same. But that is pretty much the end of the video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you're enjoying Season 23. I'll see you pretty soon. Peace out.